I'd like to think that I learned my lesson from the last video that it takes entirely too long to upgrade runes in this game. So instead of doing this video the day that it needs to go out, we're going to do this video the night before. We're going to start this video the night before anyway, because it's going to take all night and all day the next day to upgrade these runes. So we may as well get it started right after we finish the last video. We're going to start doing this video. This way we're hopefully ready in time. We're probably still not going to be ready in time. But today, here's the game plan. We are going to build some Guild War. Actually, we're going to build, it's more of like Guild Siege defenses that can also be used as Bruiser Guild Siege offenses, Guild War offenses, etc., etc. She really likes to do Bruiser teams. She really likes units that have passives, Bruiser teams. So that's what we're going to do today. She has a decent amount of stuff. I mean, half of it's not built, but she has a decent amount of stuff as far as Bruisers are concerned. That's actually pretty good. She loves this Feng Yan too. It's like her favorite. I always see her picking the Feng Yan. Picking the Feng Yan? I always see her using the Feng Yan. Whatever. So let's think about some Guild Siege defense bruiser kind of thing. All these units that I'm seeing right here. I mean, water units in general. Molong, which of course has no runes, but I'm surprised she doesn't use Chloe. Chloe's a great unit. Chloe's always been a decent unit for Guild War Guild Siege, but okay, with these runes, I'm not surprised she's not using Chloe. She's not going to quite see the full potential of Chloe with those runes. So we're going to have to improve that. But Chloe's super easy. Oh, she is fully skilled up. Okay. I was going to say Chloe's super easy to fully skill up. Since we're doing Guild War offense, Guild War defense, Bruiser, whatever stuff, this one's going to be pretty nice. We have to make sure that we use him with something else, like for example, like maybe a Molly. She's got the Molly, right? So we're gonna have to use him with something else to heal him after that, right? So I think that we're gonna use him with Molly. We can also do Tessarion's been kind of meta lately in Guild Siege defense, so we may do some Tessarion. Rakan, and he even got a buff now too. We got the Ritesh as well. We got the Wind Monkey, Xingzhe. El Sharon, I think El Sharon is I always think El Sharon is an underrated unit. Also, we got these for offenses. Is that really all we have? Do we have any other crazy Guild Siege units? We're gonna have to make some teams out of these, though. We do have the Molly. Let's go take a look at what she has. Let's go build 3 defenses with some of those units and whatever we have in storage. Actually, I wonder if she has. It would be good if I remembered the names of the things that I'm looking for. I wonder if she has the Wind Onimusha, because Wind Onimusha is actually pretty good for defense. She does have this, which is kind of interesting. She has a Chandra, which I'm not a huge fan of Chandra, but, you know, she's got another Ritesh, just in case we need. She's got a water one. Let's search by monster. This way we can maybe even find it. Okay, so she has it, but it's not fully skilled. It can't be skilled up. That's going to be an issue. What else do we have that's potentially a good defense unit that is... I mean, we'll build a fire sniper, of course. I'm just trying to look to see if I can... We have some of these. However, it's going to be a challenge to try to completely skill these things up. Isn't it? Yes, it is. So she has some defenses already built. I don't know how I feel about some of these. I'm going to modify them. And by modify, I mean do one of these. I mean, this is the one that we stuck in now. This is the one that we stuck in. This one, that's, this actually, we could split this into 2 different defenses. We're going to, I think that there is, some, ooh. Okay. Okay. We do one of these. We do. These can be split into. She loves this team. Okay. This can be all split. Some of these are decent defense units. Did this one get a win? No, this got a loss. Okay. We're gonna take everything out. We're going to take everything out. Now we have to go through and we got to build all these things. Because some of those are actually pretty decent. But they have to be in the right teams with the right synergy. Instead of just being like, oh, this is a good Guild Siege defense unit. okay, I'll put it in there with something that's like not a good guild siege or something that's for like a different team. So, you know, I say I learned my lesson, but I'm not entirely sure that I actually learned my lesson, because I think today we are yet again biting off more than we can chew, because I didn't just want to build one defense, 2 defenses, 3 defenses. I wanted to build, okay, so we have a plethora of defenses. Luckily, we already built this one the last day. This we have to still build. We have this not even awakened. Ashir needs to be second awakened. All these things need to be runed up with runes that are probably better than she actually has on her account. So we're going to have to find a Christmas miracle to make this work. So this all has to be fast and tanky and everything. This one, I think she's going to really enjoy this defense. So I'm going to make sure to do this first. I don't do this at all, do I? I know by the end of the video, if I say I'm going to do it first, it's going to not happen at all throughout the course of the entire video. I think she's going to like this defense, though. Then we have, so this is just going to be super tanky, super tanky. The first, like when you see a wind, a light, and a fire unit, you're like, oh, I'm just going to take a bulldozer into that. However, the wind monkey, you got to make sure you have enough tankiness to withstand a bulldozer here. You're not going to Lucian against this defense. Well, I mean, you could Lucian against it, and you could actually win, but, you know, the odds are not in your favor when you're trying to Lucian a fire unit, and then the HP lead with the Molly in there, too, for the glancing. So, then we have, so I think she's actually going to really like this defense, actually using it, like as an offense, as a bruiser offense. This one is going to be a fast, aggressive one. We're going to have the water, I was going to say the wind Ryu. The water Ryu come in, AoE strip everything. Then we're going to have the 2 defense breakers come in, defense break, provoke, etc., etc. We got some sustain on there too. We have different elements too. This is another very important thing, is to always have, if you're going to be fast and aggressive, be fast and aggressive. So we have, if you're going to be fast and aggressive, be fast and aggressive. If you're going to be, I'm not saying slow and tanky, but if you're going to be tanky, be tanky. You also still have to be somewhat fast and tanky. You can't just be like slow and tanky. There's a lot of people a lot of casual players have misconception. They're like, oh, but I'm tanky. But if you're slow, then the tankiness, you're still going to get controlled, and you're still like not going to get turns on your defense. So even if you're going to be tanky, you have to be, first off, very tanky, and also still have good enough speed. You don't have to be if you're going to have a like tanky thing, like for example like this, you don't have to have units at 300 speed, but you do still have to have them fast enough to actually get turns. So, and then we're going to have this one. So the strategy is that we're going to have the Harmonia move right after the Molong. It's not the most premium offense, not the most premium defense, but it could work. And I know she already has the Feng Yan runed up. So she has the Feng Yan rune up. She likes to use the Feng Yan. So I think this could be a nice thing. Also, she has the scalps for the Harp Magician. So I'm like, let's try to use some of the stuff that she already has instead of just building a whole bunch of new stuff. This needs to be re-runed because, you know, that's not going to fly at all. Well, she got a Vow. Okay. Oh, and she also has no skill ups. So, but she does like the Dark Hell Lady, so we're going to try this. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. I think that this still gets bulldozered probably. The more I think about it, the more I like, we'll play around with something else. We'll see what we can make that's going to be super nice. But it's hard to make good guild siege defenses that aren't like, oh, just use this, just use that, just use that, all the meta things, right? That's why they keep changing, and even so, it's really hard to make good guild siege defenses. That's why one of the strengths of making a good guild siege defense is, I mean, she's still going to use these as offenses though. But one of the strengths of making a good guild siege defense is just stacking the same thing over and over and over and over again. Because everything's beatable, but when you need to beat the same team 10 times, you're going to run out of counters to it. That's where you win, right? You win by just stacking the same thing over and over and over again. I would have liked to have the wind on Emusha somewhere around here, but she doesn't have enough skills to actually skill it up. So... yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe it might work decently, maybe it doesn't, but we will see. All right, so now we have to go build this stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got a long night ahead of me. So we're back temporarily, but this is going to be a multi-day process. We still have a lot to do. We did 6-star all the things that we needed to, well, all the things that we mentioned in these defenses that we needed to 6-star. We do have to second awaken the Ashir. We do have to, there's some things that I want to change on. These things aren't runed just yet, so we have to rune those. We have to devil on them. And then we have to, there's other stuff that I want to change as well. So let's go out and let's see what we got for this. We do have to Second Awaken you. We're working on Second Awakening a few different things. So we got to Second Awaken this, which is always handy to have, even though this was nerfed. No one's using it after the nerf. Well, Wusa, because everyone's using Wusa. So we have that. We also have this. Another thing that I notice is she loves to use this Molly. The Molly could be a little different. The Molly actually has some Destroy Runes on her. Which actually, I like HP on Molly. The reason that I like HP on Molly is this is, well, actually, never mind. This is 25% of your max HP. So I'd like to have, really? She's got the defense on here? So defense, HP. But I would rather have her either triple HP or speed HP. I like speed HP better because every time she gets a turn, she's just going to heal things up. So her getting more turns just in general is much better. I would put this on like a Feng Yan. I would put that on a Feng Yan. So we're going to take these off. We'll take the Destroy Runes off later. Another thing that I have, I don't know what the situation with, I mean, clearly this is a 5-star. This is not fully, this is not fully built. That's my way of justifying it. Not fully built. This HP, okay, but again, I would love the speed here. I'm going to remove that one. Violet Will's great for her. But again, I would love to go speed HP. This is just not tanky enough. Is this a legend? No, it's not a legend. Okay, so it's not tanky enough. We want this to be speed HP. We want this to be super fast, super tanky, super annoying. Get lots of turns. Same thing with this. Super fast, super tanky, super annoying. Get lots of turns. Isn't this actually? This is fully skilled up. So we are definitely 100% going to 6-star this since it's fully. It's completely Devilmon, but it's only a 5-star. I don't understand the. Then be nice, Bagel. This is also fully skilled up as a 5-star. Why are these things Devilmon as 5-stars? I don't know if it's her that did this though. So I don't know. Why was this Devil? This was not Devilmon. Well, could you imagine? And then we have the copper. So I wanted to also. So we're just gonna do Violet Will speed HP. It may not have even been her that did this, right? It may not have even been her. We are gonna do speed. I mean, at least speed HP accuracy makes sense. We're gonna improve this. We are going to do speed HP on this. We're gonna do speed HP on this. We are going to do. Actually, we have 2 coppers, don't we? This copper. So we're gonna do runes for the copper. I don't know if I showed the bulldozer. This is what the bulldozer looks like after he is maxed out. So this is the. He's got 100%. He actually has 100% crit rate, which was not. It's not that hard to rune these bulldozer coppers. I would like to have will runes on him, but destroy runes is actually not bad on bulldozer, just in case you for whatever reason can't kill. It's got less HP the next time, so you're going to kill the next time, right? Just in case you don't have enough damage to kill. But we'll see how much damage we do with the towers. I'm not entirely sure how much damage this is going to do. So we will test it out later. Watch, I don't even remember to test it out. So let's do, we're going to do defense, crit damage, defense on... There's only one way to ruin these copper bulldozers. So we don't have a defense for here? Okay. So what do we have? We have crit rate. We could definitely use that. I think we have crit rate here. We don't really want that one. We could also go. We could try to get, if we can get enough crit rate in other runes, we can go for. Generally, we want crit rate. Defense, crit damage, defense with crit rate, defense, crit damage, and also attack. For copper, it's more beneficial to have like if you have defense, crit rate, crit damage runes. That don't have attack, those are best for bulldozer. The ones that do have attack are best for copper because copper also has the attack stat come into factor with his damage as well. So let's, I mean, we're gonna roll this, see if it rolls crit rate. If we don't roll crit rate, we're gonna toss it. This we do have a little bit of crit rate there. This we'll see if this rolls crit damage. If we get enough crit rate on other stats or other runes, then we could, and we have a high crit rate, high enough crit rate anyway. Then we could just go for the crit damage here. It looks like we're not going to roll the crit damage. So, and then like we could just put the resistance to crit rate if we need to over here. It's just going to be a whole, it's going to be fail, 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 fail. Story of my life. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so we're not getting the crit damage. So, yeah, we're probably just gonna go with that. We're gonna go with the crit damage here. Let's see if we get a defense stat over here. Well, we get defense and we get speed here too. We get this is better for something else. Let's see if we roll a defense over here. But we're basically just gonna go defense, crit damage, defense. See if we can get some attack subs, some crit rate subs, etc. Flat defense is not terrible. It's not terrible. We just want percentage defense is going to be much stronger, right? At least flat defense is just extra defense, which he does have that stipulation where he needs as much defense as possible to... He's just avoiding the defense percentage, isn't he? We need that defense percentage, buddy. I mean, if it gets another roll into speed, then this is kind of a rune for something else now. This is decided it's going to be a rune for something else. So we'll go for that. We will go for, let's see if we have crit rate over here. Let's see. We can't get defense on this stat anyway. So, oh, because I have it over here. Right. So we will roll this. We'll see how that rolls. This we are rolling for speed. We won't be using this as a copper rune. We're looking for attack, crit rate, and crit damage on this slot. In slot 1, since we can't get defense, we're looking for attack, crit rate, crit damage. And we get the speed. But this one, we're just rolling for speed. I mean, we could get a 22 speed sub here, and then we can grind it up to 26, 27. And we don't get... So this is just a toss, because we don't need this for anything anymore. So, there we go. Do we need... No, we don't need that for any... Like, really, we don't need this stuff for anything. This is not really what we want. So we'll see. We'll use one of these. Whichever one rolls more efficiently is the one we'll use. We'll just stick that there for now. We will do... What did we say for here? We said probably nothing, actually, for here. We'll see if maybe we roll something there. Let's go for defense with crit rate and crit damage, and we'll see what kind of... We do have a will rune here. Okay. We could do that, and then we could go for another... Do we have... Let's go for crit damage over here. Do we get... No, that's not what we... Oh, yeah, I think we saw that before, didn't we? We saw it before. We would see if we roll crit rate on here. I mean, we really don't... This doesn't have a lot of efficiency, but... Let's see what we get over here. We have... Let's see our options. She hasn't really been farming Necropolis, so we don't have a lot of stuff from Necropolis anyway. I only have 21 crit rate. 23 accuracy. We're looking for crit rate, crit... So this does have... We're going to just find whatever is the most efficient for crit rate, crit damage, defense over here. So, what do we have? Oh, we said we have speed here. We don't really care about the, we don't care about that. We want crit rate, crit damage, defense. We got defense. This might be okay. Okay, like this needs to be sold. We could see how that rolls. I don't know. I don't really see us using this. Okay, so here's what we have for now. We're gonna crash. Our thing's gonna crash. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of things that aren't rolled. Like, these aren't rolled. We can see what we can get for crit rate somewhere else. We're gonna go for skill 3 crit damage, of course. We'll see what we get. Okay, so skill 2 crit damage, skill 3 crit damage. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for here. We're gonna see what we get from here. Additional damage, no. HP and revive, no. Crit damage if the enemy's HP condition is bad. We'd rather have good because we're gonna one-shot things. If the enemy's HP condition is bad. Where's this damage dealt on fire? No, we're not gonna be hitting fire units. No, 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 and no. So we have damage dealt on water, which is the only, really the only thing. I don't see anything else that we really care about here. Yeah, we'll see if we get damage dealt on water. We're probably just gonna, because none of these artifacts are good. So we're probably just gonna try to farm more artifacts. We're trying to farm more everything, but damage dealt on water. I mean, that could be okay if we keep rolling damage dealt on water. Maybe we can re-roll one of these other stats, like damage received from light or attack up proportion. Attack up proportion to lost HP, we could just write over that. So That's going to be... Yeah, so we got another damage dealt on water. Okay, so we're just going to keep upgrading this. Like I said, we're going to change some of those other units. We'll be back. Who knows if it's today? Who knows if it's tomorrow? We will be back at some point, and we will finish up the video, and we'll see. We might do some of those... Well, actually, we won't do the destroy runes. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. I was going to say we might do the destroy runes on those other units for the Molly defense, but we're not going to do destroy runes on... Not with defense slot 2. For the monkey or the Rakan. That's not the runes that we want for those. Anyway, we will be back at some point and finish the rest of the video. So it is the next day. I know it looks exactly the same as the last clip, but I promise it is actually the next day. In the last clip, we were trying to work on 6-starring as much as humanly possible, right? 6-star, 6-star. We made a lot of 6 stars. In this one today, the past day, we were trying to work on runes, grinds, gems, artifacts, skill ups for these teams, one by one, and it is a long process, guys. It's not going to happen overnight. We're not going to have all these teams completely runed up and gemmed up, perfectly amazing, god tier in this one video. Because it's really a lot of work. You guys know it takes years to get like the grinds and gems and the runes and to make these things actually good. Many of you don't have really great looking runes and grinds and gems and artifacts and things on your own account. You got lots of things that are missing sculpts. You're like, yeah, Bega, I know, that's me. He's talking to me in that one. So we're trying to do these one by one. I think this is the best way to do it because then it forces you to focus on a small team, a small group of units until it is finished and then move on to the next one. And then trying to do that as much as possible and then move on to the next one. So we did this in, I think, the previous video. This is the one that I was focusing on today, and then I started working on this one. Still very much a work in progress. Didn't do these 3 just yet, though. I don't even think he has, he doesn't even have runes or skill ups. I don't think we have to get runes for that. This one has some skill ups. It does not have, it's got these 2 fully skilled, but does not have skill 1 skilled. This is just the one that she had from before. These ones I think don't even have, like this one does not have skill ups and stuff like that. So these currently are nothing, right? These are just like, this is going to be a team where we have to rune this when we get enough runes to actually go around in artifacts and stuff like that. But this one, the one that I was working on today, like I said, I was working on this one. I was working on a little bit of this one. This one, we're in a pretty decent spot with this one, right? So we got the speed, crit damage, HP on Xingye. It's actually very hard to make a good Xingye. Not necessarily that these are the most efficient runes and artifacts and everything for Xingye, because of course I would like to have damage reduced from fire on the artifacts and things like that. You do have to make a great Xingye, you need speed. I mean, he's got 117 base speed, which does help. But you need speed, you need defense, attack, HP, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy. You need like basically everything. It really takes a lot of work to make a really good Xingye, a lot of rune efficiency, but I think this one's actually pretty decent. We were playing around with him on stream a little bit, so I'm pretty happy about that. We did change the Molly out. Molly was on Destroy. I don't know if I mentioned that or showed it in the last clip or whatever, but Molly was on Destroy, so now she is on Speed, HP. Oh, this one still needs, some of these are new runes. They need grinds. We don't really have grinds for a lot of these things. She doesn't really do a whole lot of R5. There's a lot of things she doesn't necessarily do. R5 is one of them. So I've been trying to do R5 with her account and my account. This way she has more grinds and gems for things. But yeah, that's the thing that I noticed a lot of you guys have not been farming very much raids. You're like, oh, I don't like you. I think that maybe you feel self-conscious about your account and you don't want people to you don't want to let the raid group down. You're like, well, I can't do 3 teams of just my own and I don't want to raid with other people because then that'll let my group down. Guys, you gotta do R5. Like, that's gonna make your units so significantly better. These grinds and gems are gonna make these things significantly better. Don't go crazy putting legendary grinds and gems on doo-doo runes, like green and blue runes and runes that roll bad. Like, if it is a legendary grind and gem, like, put it on a rune that's, like, deserves a legendary grind and gem. Like, a really, like, wow, this is a really good rune. And then you put the legendary grind and gem on it. But other than that, like, I feel like you can be fairly free with the blue ones. Like, oh, it's pretty decent. I'll put a blue grind, blue gem on it, right? So you don't have to go crazy with that, but save your legendary stuff. So this one, what do we have? Accuracy, recovery. This one's not. This is just really for the primary stat, the HP. Crit damage received is actually nice. Damage received from wind is actually nice. These aren't the best artifacts for it. I just wanted to make this fast and tanky, give this some good resistance, make this kind of annoying. I would like this to be on Nemesis. That's my favorite set for the Molly. But you know, it is what it is. I think that this is a pretty decent Molly though, considering what we had to work with. I think that's pretty decent. We got this Rakan. Could be better, of course. We got the speed, crit damage. Actually, I don't think Vampire for this specific comp. I think that actually Violent is pretty nasty for it because you already have the heals from the Molly. So you don't need to worry about the heals that much. I prefer Vamp. If you're going to do Vamp on Rakan, I prefer a different comp. But we had to work with what we had to work with. Like, there wasn't enough Violent runes to go around for everything. So right now, we're trying to just farm as much as possible. We have this guy on speed, crit damage, HP. You do want him to get turns. I see a lot of Rakans that people are building with, like, low crit rate, low speed. I see a lot of everything you guys are building with low crit rate and low speed. So you always want to try to make sure that your units have high crit rate. And well, not all the units. Not every unit needs high crit rate. I'm just saying, like, speed is one of the biggest things that you guys struggle with, or that not everyone, but many of you struggle with in terms of, like, rune efficiency. If you're struggling with your account, if you're struggling with your runes, speed is a big thing. If you're like, I keep losing on things, like, turns, guys, it's a turn-based game. You want to get more turns. If you don't get any turns, how are you going to win? So, anyway, we got HP over here. We got HP over here. Skill 3 accuracy is nice. Crit damage if the enemy's HP condition is good. Life drain. This actually makes kind of sense on Rakan. Damage result on fire. Damage received from water also makes sense. Water things are going to be hitting Rakan usually. Crit damage if the enemy's condition is bad. This is not, like, these artifacts are not terrible on Rakan. So, and then, like I said, speed, crit damage, HP. I was just looking for speed, HP, crit damage, crit rate, accuracy, and then some defense and attack for... I mean, again, this is another unit that requires a lot of rune efficiency over here. Then we got these guys. You're going to see some wacky runes on the sniper. It's not that these runes are... Because, like, the crit rate, right? So, and again, we're like running out of grinds and gems at this point, right? But not that I want to put, like, amazing grinds in. I would just put, like, some blue stuff here and there, throw some blue stuff on just to increase the stats. Crit rate is actually fairly common on this fire sniper, just in case you guys are curious. He needs to be tankier, though. That's one of the things. He needs to be tankier. He needs to be faster. But with the fire sniper, he does a decent enough amount of damage when he's in his hidden aim pose that crit rate is actually... Crit rate with not that much crit damage is actually not that... well, not that much crit damage. Like, you still want crit damage on it, but crit rate, primary stat on slot 4 is actually not a crazy thing, unseen thing that, like, why would anyone ever do that? Oh my goodness, that's the thing that I've never seen before. Like, that's actually pretty common. Generally, though, when you see a crit rate on a fire sniper, you see more stats. You see he needs a lot more tankiness. And then he also needs some more attack. He needs some more defense. He needs some more speed, some more everything, right? But like I said, we're just trying to do what we got to do. These are the runes that we have to work with. I'm trying to work with an account that for a long time, I mean, she's been trying to, like, make a little bit more effort on the account lately to improve her run times. But for a long time, she had, like, 4 or 5 minute dungeon teams. She's using, like, Molly and Water Ryu. She's like, it works. It gets the dungeon run. I'm like, yeah, but if you farm all day with a 5-minute team, you're not going to get any runes. So, of course, you're not going to get any good runes because you barely got any runes altogether because the dungeon runs take so long. It takes 5 times longer than it normally would, right? So, so yeah, we're trying to work with whatever we have to work with. Don't have everything amazing at our disposal, but we're trying to do what we got to do. Try to make sure that these were... Oh, these need to be maxed. Not that they're great runes, but, you know, you got to work with what you have. So we're gonna max these things out. We're gonna make sure that we give it as much of a chance to survive as possible. This one, so a lot of times when I see this defense, I'm like, you know, I would hit this with bulldozer, right? You would expect that, you know, this is going to get hit by some bulldozers. Well, bulldozers and pumpkins. But this one, I think that this is good for being attacked by bulldozer. We have the Nemesis on it, so she can increase her attack gauge, and then she can heal herself back up, at least somewhat. But yeah, she's just on triple HP. We tried to do what we got to do, but we are still missing some grinds on here. We have some HP. We have some HP. These aren't the most amazing artifacts, but... we, like, again, we gotta do what we gotta do. So we're gonna test these 2 defenses out. We don't have anything for these units just yet. We haven't worked on this yet. We haven't worked on this one yet. I don't think these guys got anything on them because, like I said, it's been so hard to get rid of. I mean, I'm trying to work with what we got, but there's only so much I can do in like a short period of time, right? I am not a miracle worker. I try to be a miracle worker, but it's not. This is Summoner's War. This is not. You can't just make the account amazing overnight unless you are planning on spending $5,000 instantly and buying every pack. And even so, you're still not going to make the account amazing overnight. It still does take work. So anyway, let's try these teams out. Let's see how they do. The first team I want to test is this Bruiser team. So she loves to do Bruiser things. She doesn't want to have to think. She just wants to do Bruisers and let them do their thing. So we built this team for a defense that's also potentially a good offense. So we're going to take it in against this. I was trying to find some decent enough defenses on in her guild. It's like some different guild members. So we found this. There's not a lot of strippers. There's just the Sekhmet strip, but let's see how it does against this. Let's see how much damage these units can put out. Okay, Sekhmet was smart enough to know that there's no strips there. All right, does some decent damage. Okay, let's see how much damage this CR bomb does to the monkey. Okay, we got the collapse, completely obliterated that CR, and they have wings, so they at least have been doing enough RTA to actually... Oh, look at all those dots, man. They've done enough RTA to actually at least get C1, right? So, does that. Yep. Wound up taking that out. Okay, so not a terrible Bruiser team. Of course, could be better. But yeah, we're critting and we're doing some decent damage there. Unleash Fury. This would be nice with Violent Runes, though. So let's test it out. Let's test it out against a different team now. So this team seems like it would be a fun team to test this out with. I feel like I would just do, if I was going to hit this in Siege, he's going to be so mad at me for saying this. I feel like if I was going to hit this in Siege, I would still Lucian this, right? I would take a Economia Lucian or something like that. And then that takes care of the Celia and the Feng Yan. And then you have the Lydia is going to come in and do this big blast of damage. All you have to do is bring a unit that takes multiple hits to kill. Like, for example, a Light Golem or a Leica or something like that. And there's no way Lydia can actually beat that. So, that's just what I would take into this in like a normal guild siege situation, because it doesn't really matter if the Lucians die or the Lucian dies or anything. She actually got this never actually happens. This never actually happens. Maybe I just have a broken Celia. I don't know, man. All right, can we get the... All right, can you nuke? Beautiful, fantastic. All right, and then Lydia's gonna come in and absolutely destroy this this monkey. Okay, not that bad, not that bad. Because we're just letting it do its thing, right? Even though the monkey loves to hit the... I don't know what the AI, man. The monkey loves to hit this things that have revenge on. All right. The monkey still took... The monkey took that skill too. Did not die. And he's doing a little bit of damage. Rakan's doing a little bit of damage too. So, does he have the... No, he does not have the skill 3. All right. Yeah, this is not a bad Bruiser team. And we also do have the shield, so for example, if we're going to get... Between the shield and the Molly passive, this should be able to withstand a blast if we're going to get hit by like a bulldozer or something like that, for the most part. But you know what? We can actually try hitting this team and see if it can withstand a blast. So now we're going to put this defense to the test. Let's see if we can actually withstand a Copper Bulldozer Blast. Here is the team that we were working on the runes in the last part, weren't we? So this is how much we actually wound up getting on, I don't know if we showed it, defense, crit damage. We do need to get, again, some more grinds. But all oh, he's missing! Okay, so I actually did not know this. Let's go and let's skill up this Bulldozer because he's missing some skills. Bulldozer skilled up. Copper actually was missing 2 skill ups on his first skill, so that's skilled up as well. We have, just as a recap, we have defense, crit damage, defense. Some of these missing some grinds, etc., etc. For these units, for artifacts, I would like skill 3 crit damage up if the enemy's HP condition is good. And then extra damage on, for example, Copper, I would want extra damage on Wind and Fire, and then decreased damage from Water units. And then for Bulldozer, I would want extra damage on Water and Wind, and decreased damage from... Did I say Copper? Decreased damage from Fire units. Bulldozer, decreased damage from Water units. Just whatever units are going to be hitting them generally. If you find that you're taking these things into specifically certain element units all the time, like light teams, might be great to have. Increased damage on light units, etc., etc. So Like, for example, this right here. Maybe we want some increased damage on light. But, yeah, we just want defense, crit damage, defense for the most part, etc., etc. We're missing some grinds. We're missing some grinds. We're missing some grinds. But, and then we can also play with the Water Totemist, since the Water Totemist does a defense buff. So she does heals, defense buffs, and immunity over here. She's kind of like the Water Unicorn, except that the Water Unicorn also does a cleanse. So this one does a heal instead of a cleanse. Can we actually full power punch? Okay, so we wound up getting 2 crits there. So let's do the Thunder Strike to the Molly, and that did not wind up. Okay, let's do. I guess let's just do this. Let's just do this. So we're gonna have an issue now, but I mean that's kind of the point. So we did actually wind up killing the what's his face. We did wind up actually killing the Rakan, which was one of the threats there. So kind of like there's no way to win this. Like, I mean there is a way to win this, but either way, if we do good on offense, then that means our offense is doing a good job. If we do good on defense, then that means our defense is doing good. Like either way, we built both of these teams, so there's kind of no way to win and no way to lose. So let's do one of these. Or either way we win and lose at the same time, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works when you're trying to hit your own defense and see who does your offense win, does your defense win. Let's do stun. No stun. Okay. We don't need to really worry too much about. We're just waiting for another one of their nukes, basically. Let's do one of these. We get to play around with Aaliyah some more. All right. He's doing some crits. That's good. Let's do immunity, I suppose. And then we're just waiting for Copper and Boulder to get some more skills. And we're just going to use that as much as human. Why are you going to get turns now? We didn't need you to get turns now. Okay. We'll do... Oh, we got some destroy HP. Okay. Let's do one of these. So both these... I feel like both these teams are good. Did we... What was the situation? Did she have too much defense and we weren't ignoring defense? Is that what the situation was? Oh, no. Never mind. Never mind. So we did 53,000 with a budget cup. Oh, maybe we just didn't... Did we not crit? What was it? What was the exact situation there? Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I think we're good. So the offense is good. The defense is good. Yeah, we copper bulldoze it, but we could have not, like the Molly passive could have activated. We could have not actually crit on these things. So now we're going to test out the second defense that we built. I don't know how we're going to quantify winning yet again because, you know, either the offense is going to win or the defense is going to win. We built both the teams, so we just want to see how the teams perform. We want to see if the damage is good enough. We know the damage is not going to be good enough, but we want to see maybe the damage can be good enough. Let's see. All right. He gets a turn. He does not actually do enough damage. Okay. Which we kind of expected. All right. Hidden aim. Let's see. Let's see some snooks. Got the shred there. Did a decent amount. Oh, that actually took down the Commune. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. All right, get the heal block. Did a decent amount. Did a decent amount there. Did a decent amount. Are they gonna get? Oh, wait a second. That took it down. That was surprising. So the defense is not completely, I don't know, guys. I don't know how we're quantifying winning and losing in this one. We won and we lost at the same time. We lost with one team and we won with another team. So anyway, we still got a lot more. Oh my God, we got a lot more work to do. Okay, let's show what we exactly built. End of the video, but still we have a long way to go. We're gonna build the rest of the teams. We're gonna farm a lot of dragons, farm a lot of giants, farm a lot of necro, farm a lot of artifacts. I think we don't need to farm that many because we're almost maxed on artifacts. We can toss some, but I'm really more focused on farming dragons because we need a lot of violent runes. And then also R5. But let's just take a little recap of what we've done over the past couple days. We 6-starred the water werewolf. We 6-starred the water werewolf, right? At some point. I think we 6-starred the water werewolf. I don't know if we built... Honestly, I don't even remember if we built Beth or not. I know we built Samoth. We ruined Samoth up. Samoth is on speed, great damage attack. etc., etc. We built this, but we didn't fully build it. We built this, but we didn't fully. Oh, we started to rune him a little bit. These aren't even good enough runes for him. We skilled him up as well. He still needs to be upgraded and everything. This is just I started doing this like 2 hours ago. We built this guy. So he is... Oh, we can actually go through and we can probably upgrade some of that stuff. We can probably grind and gem that stuff. So that's the stats on him. It's just trying to make sure, like, if we can do it without... Like, he's actually decent enough without Violent. He doesn't need to be Violent. Violent makes him stronger. Crit damage makes him stronger, of course. But if we don't have all the runes to go around... Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? This has no runes. This, we've seen the runes. So we 6-starred this, we 6-starred this, we 6-starred this, we 6-starred this, 6-starred this, 6-starred this, 6-starred this. I don't remember if it was... We're changing the runes from this. This was just a farm. I was just trying to look for stats. We 6-starred this. Did we 6-star this? We 6-starred this. This we didn't 6-star. This we did 6-star, but I didn't really even mention it. This we 6-starred. This we 6-starred. This we 6-starred. This we 6-starred. We 6-starred a lot of stuff. We worked on a lot. Oh, we didn't even show the Amelia. I ruined the Amelia, so speed HP is not. It's not anything amazing. Really, it's not. It's just she's gonna be okay for doing like a team of Amelia, Bulldozer, and Feng Yan. Wherever Feng Yan, I think Feng Yan's in storage. So we're gonna have a lot of stuff. Still have a lot more stuff to do. But yeah. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys maybe getting something out of it. Maybe you can apply it to your account. That's kind of the hope for you. Guys, like, yes, but I'm not gonna farm runes or artifacts or grinds or gems, and I'm just gonna email you immediately because it looks like you wanna fix people's accounts. Like, no, that's not what I want. Okay, guys. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys got something out of it. Hope you guys got something out of it. I will see you as always in the next one.